Good morning. Welcome to another episode of HIIT with Dave. If you're joining live, welcome. So like I said, we'll only need chair and resistance band, but you can actually get away with weights as well. Format simple, 2 groups, 8 minutes. Rest in between the minutes when you've completed all the reps. We're just going to start with some arm swings. As I said, today I'm going to be modifying everything just because my right ankle is feeling a little bit funny. And I don't like to put too much weight on it. So I will do the best of my ability to demonstrate most of these exercises, but I'm just going to modify them, and that should be a lesson to you that it's okay to modify at any time. We're going to hinge at the hips. Roll our hands down our front. Stand up. Pull back on those left fingers. Arms overhead. Hips to the left, lean to the right. Hips to the right, lean to the left. Do that one more time. Stretch the back of the legs as we bend over, and then as we stand up. Stretching of that spine, feel the stretch of the posterior, and just moving the stretch to the sides as we push our hips out. Okay, we're going to do that again, but this time we'll push down on the fingers. This time I'm pushing back on those left fingers, arms overhead. We're just going to do our hinge tees or rear delt flies without any weight. So I hinge at the hips, and then I'm just squeezing my shoulders together. We're going to just do some quick quarter squats. I'm just going to use this couch here to alleviate some of the difficulty for myself. We'll just do some standing twists. I'm going to interlock my fingers behind my head, pull my elbows back, just to the left, just to the right, and just allow a little bit more mobility in that regard. Okay, so we'll get right into it. Curl to press, jump squat, bent over rows, and band pull apart. So, curl, press with the band. Our jump squat, I'm definitely not doing. I'm just going to be going with the quarter squat here, just because I don't want to aggravate anything. Remember, just if you are jumping, nice soft landing. If you want to take the impact out, normally I would do, the full squat here, and then I would go up on both tiptoes there, and that would eliminate the impact using all the same muscles. But I'm just not risking that today. I know this will get better soon. It's just one of those things that just needs a little bit of rest. Band pull apart. We step inside the band. We hinge at the hips. Chest stays lifted. Pull past, and then our band pull aparts. We just pull the band apart, squeezing the shoulder blades to the back. If you have weights, you do a rear delt fly there instead. Okay, so I'm just going to reset this clock, and we'll get going. again, you gotta be a little quick in this if you want rest. 4, 5, and I'm just gonna hold on to the band as I go into my squats. And again, these are gonna be a little quicker than what you guys are doing them. But I suggest you hold on to your band too, because that allows you to just easily transition. Yeah, we'll lower the band next time for those, and then our grab forwards. Okay. A little bit of rest. Set myself up for my curl to press when my rest is over. Curl. Oh, I got messy. Curl, press. You can't grab it in a typical curl fashion. It's more of a hammer curl, just because it won't rotate well when you're doing the resistance band. Our jump squat. You know, something I could do to make this a little bit more challenging in the on my legs is holding the band taut in this triangle position. That certainly does make it a little bit more difficult. I'm probably not going to continue doing it because it's aggravating me more than I thought it would. It's okay. And then the bent over row, I can go right into. A little slow here. Probably won't get any rest. I'll just have to. Normally, I wouldn't finish the round there because I went over. I would just move on to the next one, but I know I can catch up. It's okay to give yourself a little compassion and take things easy on yourself, right? If, you know, something in my head that I was playing before I went live here is, you know, just sort of suck it up. You're an instructor. This is your job. You should be doing this. And then I thought, you know, if somebody in my class was dealing with this, this is what I would tell them to do. So I extended a little bit of self-compassion to myself and allowed myself to modify because it's not going to get better if I am doing jump squats, that's for sure. And pull apart. Just remember, squeezing the shoulder blades in the back there. The curl to press, talk about it a little bit before we go in, is you can adjust the weight on the fly. So with the curl, I can grab low. I can curl up, slide up, and then press, and then slide down a bit again. And that gives me good tension throughout the whole exercise, and not just the press. And you might be wondering what I'm doing, just holding this in my left hand with it just under my left foot. And that's essentially all I'm doing is holding it. There's no tension on it. It's just so I can easily go right into my bent over rows. I'll look past the body, hinge from the hips, squeeze at the back. 5, and our band pull apart. We're almost there. Now this hasn't been too difficult on me, but I imagine if you're doing the jump squats, it is very difficult. Not, I wouldn't say very difficult, but quite difficult. Good. We're on number 6 here, and I couldn't remember what was next. Speed it up a little bit. The hips, nice flat back. Then again, the weight ends up at my knees, or my hands end up at my knees, but I'm just focused on pulling my elbows past my body. You can adjust the tension as you need to on the band pull parts, and I just return to the point where I don't have any tension on that band pull part. There's no real benefit to bringing the hands any closer. But we're on to our last group. Good. And last group. Or not last group, last round, I should say. Still have one more group. Worth 8 minutes here. From the hips, chest stays lifted. And I just bend down as if you're sitting down like me, and then you explode into that jump or into that calf raise. They say our band pull parts. All right, and then our next round, we don't actually need the band. There's not too much standing. I'm just going to have difficulties with one of the exercises. I just won't be able to do those mountain climbers. Forgot about those. So I'm just going to be doing dead bugs during those. Even from an incline, I don't feel too great about doing those. Yeah, it's going to be a little too much for me. But that's okay. I'm just going to be doing dead bugs during those. You know, mountain climbers are to be done, or you can join me for dead bugs. But I just can't with my ankle today, unfortunately. And like I said, you got to give yourself that compassion sometimes and allow yourself to modify. The rest of the exercises are pretty self-explanatory, so we'll just go over them as the round goes here. So our first one is our push-ups, and like I said, I'm going to be modifying them because I don't want this ankle as my pivot point. All the way down, all the way up. This one you got to be fairly quick on as we go to the leg raises. Straighter your legs are, the harder it is. This one I can do pretty freely at the most difficult, which is kind of nice. And then I'm just going to go into dead bugs, or you can go into mountain climbers. I call that 1. I'm just going to do 3, 2, and 3. And then our bent knee rotations in that T. Go to the side, to the other side. That's 1. 2. I'll show you a different angle next time. And 3. Awesome. So again, modified push-up position or full push-ups. We're doing 5. Nice straight line. Full depth. Onto the back. Leg raises. Remember, the straighter the legs are, the harder it is, but you can always modify, just like I've been modifying the other exercises. Into the dead bug. And then the bend knee rotations I'll turn. I want to demo one mountain climber for you guys next round, just so you can see what that looks like. I'll just push through it a little bit. All right, we have a bit of a break here. We go into our push-ups. And then the mountain climb or lag raises first. A lot of abs in this one. The mountain climbers, it's just bringing same side leg to same side elbow. And every time you do each leg, that's one. Bent knee rotations, you don't need to touch the ground. You just need to feel it. Even almost like 45 degrees with the knee is pretty good. You just need to feel it, the resistance in your core. Dead bug. All right, and like I said, as with that knee rotation, I don't touch the ground. I just go to where I feel resistance in my obliques. All right, we're halfway there. My abs are burning. Leg raises. So again, if things are starting to get difficult, you can always bend your legs in the leg raise. You can just do reverse crunches like this. Whatever works best for you. And 3. Almost there. Got 3 more rounds. A little bit of a rest here. A lot of turning on the back, on the stomach, sort of for this. And that was designed on purpose, you know, it was designed so every exercise you would have been doing that. Oh, I skipped the leg raises. I'll go back to those. And then the bend knee rotations. And remember, you can always adjust the reps on these, whether you're going too fast or too slow. You can be doing 2 of everything, 3 of everything, 8 of everything, right? It's all dependent on your ability level and how hard you want to work in the day. I'm really starting to feel it in the core, especially those added dead bugs instead of the mountain climbers are quite difficult on the sort of rectus abdominis, the middle of the abs. For the front, what I mean here. I don't go all the way, but to pull my legs across, I have to use my core. That's really the exercise. The exercise isn't touching the ground. Some people can, but yeah, I'm not there. That's for sure. Last round. Off here. Looking to get ready for next summer. This is certainly the ab workout that will get you that the six pack. Because holy cow, my abs are on fire. That's okay, because we're done. I'm just gonna leave the timer going. We're gonna go into that good morning stretch. I have my arms in a Y here, just give my chest a little bit more of a stretch. I did use the chest a lot in the push-ups. A little bit in the curl to press. You would have used it more in the mountain climbers. You did the mountain climbers instead of the dead bugs. And we just have a tight chest overall in our day-to-day life. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg, cross over our left, pull the left leg towards the chest, right hand to the hole, left hand on the outside, and pull that knee towards the chest. And we'll switch sides. All right, so we're going to sit with the left leg crossed over, right? And then I'm just going to try to put my arms in a T and look towards my left hand. This is going to stretch out the chest some more, but it's also stretching out that T-spine. I'm just at the point right now where the less that standing I do, the better. So I'm going to stick to most of the stretches on the ground. Next time through, I'll change the angle here so you can see a little bit more clear what's going on. Just keep looking towards that left hand. But we will switch sides. We're going to cross the right over the left now. And again, I'm just crossing so my foot's on the ground. And then I'm looking at my right hand. And that's giving me my rotation in my T-spine, stretching my chest. We did do a lot of core work. I want to make sure we stretch out appropriately. So we're going to go into our child's pose. Hips back into the heels. Reaching forward. cow. Just this one's not in particular to the workout. It's just a good mobility exercise to do. Arch of the spine, do flat spine, and looking straight ahead. And when we arch our spine, we tuck our chin. Oh, okay, and we'll do one final stretch here. We'll do a half kneel hip flexor. So I'm taking an exaggerated step forward with my right leg. I'm in that half kneel position. Push my hips forward, nice tall spine. Left arm in line with the ear to the best of your ability. And we'll switch sides. So as we do this one, should be feeling the stretch. Mostly down this hip here. You might be feeling a little lower, you might be feeling a little higher. But the idea is that we're stretching the side where the knee is down. My cat is playing with my resistance band right now, so I am going to cut that short. Say, excellent work. Again, I apologize for having to modify everything, but it's just sometimes what you got to do when you exercise. You're going to have injuries. It's okay to get injured. If we want to feel better soon, we have to take it easy on ourselves. But I hope you enjoy the workout nonetheless. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me any way that you can, and I'd be happy to address those concerns. But until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday next week.